Welcome to this ePOS hybrid demo video. Today I'll give you a brief overview of some of the main features and functionality of our system. The ePOS hybrid operator app is a point-of-sale platform designed specifically for hospitality businesses, including restaurants, bars, nightclubs, takeaways, and cafes. This is the main screen of your operator app. You can see on the top left-hand side, we've got our restaurant logo, as well as the restaurant or takeaway name. So this can be your business name. So for example, we've got Demo Client Edinburgh, and you can see just underneath the business name, we have the name of the operator. So we're currently logged in as Andrew Gibbon. Underneath that, you can see that we've got our main food categories. So you can see we've got it split up into food, drinks, main meals. This can be fully customized to your specific menu requirements. So for example, you could have along the top, you have your starters, main courses, desserts, as well as any specialty menus. So for example, if you've got a dietary menu, so gluten-free or dairy-free, alternatively if you have a specialty Christmas menu or festive menu as well, that can be featured along your main menu category along the top. Each main menu category has a range of subcategories. So for example, we'll come into drinks. You can then see that our drink menu is broken down by drink type. So for example, we've got our brandy, we've got whiskey, we've got gin, all the way through to cocktails, mocktails, and hot drinks. This is our basic menu setup. This top menu can be totally customized to your specific menu, as can the subcategories as well. You can see if we click through back into the brandy menu, you can see in our brandy we've got a range of all of our different brandies. So each item is sensibly grouped or cleverly grouped in amongst the item type as well for quick selection and fast order processing for all of your staff. So I'm going to go ahead and place a new order to show you how the order flow works. So we're going to start by ordering drinks. So I'm going to come through and we're going to order some cocktails. So we're going to order 2 cocktails, and then we're going to order a rum. So we're going to come into the rum category, and I'm going to select Havana rum. And now we're going to go ahead and order starters for the customers as well. So we're going to the food menu, we're going to come into starters, and I'm going to go and order a squid salad, a risotto, and we're going to order this one as well. So you can now see on the right hand side that our order summary can now be viewed. So you can see we've got our 3 drinks at the top. So we've got our 2 cocktails, followed by our 3 starters as well. If, for example, you want to change or edit any of these items, if a customer changed their mind, we can do this on this panel. So let's say the customer doesn't want this cocktail anymore, we can hit this cross button to void the item. So we're going to hit that, and that's going to void the item. And we can come back into the drinks menu, and we're going to order a new cocktail. So we'll go back into cocktails, and the customer would like a paper plate instead. So you can now see that the previous cocktail's been deleted, and we've ordered the new cocktail choice there. And we can do that with any of the items. So for example, if the customer wants to delete their squid salad, we can again void that squid salad, come back into the food menu, and we can order a new item as well. So we're going to order that item there. You can also see if the customers want multiple items, we have a quantity button. So you can see we've got a quantity plus and a quantity minus. So this way we can quickly order multiple items. So for example, let's say the customer wants to order 2 Havana rums, we can come in and just hit +2. And then that's going to increase that quantity there as well. So you can now see that we have our full order summary there, and we can go ahead and press pay. This is going to take us through to our main payment screen. On the left hand side, you can see a breakdown of all the different items which have been ordered and their prices. You can then see a subtotal as well as the total to pay for the customer. Just below that, we have a couple of different options. From here, we can open the cash drawer. So we hit that open drawer button, this button here. That button will open our cash drawer. We can also print a copy of the receipt with this button here. And we've also got a range of split bill options as well. If we move across to the other side, you can see we've got 2 main buttons. We've got cash, and then we've got card as well. Just above that, you can see our main summary screen. So we've got amount received, total balance due, and any change. Underneath this, we have a customer receipt toggle. So if the customer doesn't need a receipt, we can toggle that off and on. So for example, the customer wants to pay part card and part cash for this order. So for example, I'm going to come in and hit card. It's going to come up with a total amount of £80.50, but the customer wants to pay part card and part cash. So I'm going to hit partial amount. The customer wants to pay £50, so I'm going to hit pay. That value of £50 has now been charged via the customer's card. And you can see up in the top middle there, on the amount received, we've now received £50. Balance due is now £30.50. So we're going to come in and hit cash, and the customer is going to give us £35 cash. We're going to hit pay. You can now see the balance due is zero. We've received £85 in total, and on the top right hand side we're owed £4.50 and change. So we're going to go ahead and finish that. It's going to open the cash drawer. It's going to print out the receipt, and it's also going to ask for loyalty. If you offer a loyalty scheme for your customers, you can scan their cards here, or you can enter their email address. If you don't offer loyalty points, or you don't have a loyalty scheme running at this point in time, this pop-up screen can be disabled so it won't pop up asking. Alternatively, if the customer doesn't have a loyalty card, you can skip this as well. You can now see that it's come back to the main menu screen, and we're ready to go ahead and place a new order. So I'm now going to go ahead and show you how our meal deal system works. So this is being able to offer your customers set meals for a certain price. So for example, customers can order starters, main courses and desserts for a set price. Or for example, they can have main courses and a dessert as well as a drink, again for a set price as well. This can be totally flexible and set up to your specific requirements. So for example, we're going to come into our meals menu here, and you can see that we've got three main deals set up. We've got deal 1, deal 2, deal 3, and finally a full course meal as well. So we're going to go into deal 1. So this can be a certain deal that we're offering during the week. So for example, we're offering a meal deal on a Monday evening between 4 and 6 p.m. We can have a starter. We can then select a main course. So in this instance, a biryani. So we're going to select a lamb tikka biryani. And then we can have a drink as well. So we're going to order that drink. And you can see that we've ordered one starter, one main course, and one drink for a set price of £25.50. And you can see down the right hand side, you can see what we've ordered. We've got our starter, our main course, in this instance the biryani, and we've got our drink. We've got the Ben Nevis whiskey there as well. And we go ahead and add that. And you can see that a customer has ordered deal 1 and the 3 options that they've ordered within that deal. I can now go ahead and demonstrate how items can be customized depending on the customer's requirements. So for example, we're going to come through to our takeaway menu, and we're going to select burgers. And now you can see we've got 5 burger options here, and you can see they've all got multi-price options. So for example, we're going to come in and select the chicken burger, and it's going to come up with small or large portions. The small portion is £2.50, and the large portion is $3.99. So we're going to come in and select the large portion. The system is now going to open up our modifiers. So in this example, this is toppings that we can include in our burger. But this can be a range of different things. So for example, if the customer is ordering steak, you can then have modifiers which relate to which sauce they would like with their steak. In this example, as I mentioned, we have modifiers in the form of toppings for our burger. So you can see here we've got a range of different toppings that customers can select for their burgers. And in this instance, we can select up to 3. You can change this. Customers can be limited to only 1 or 2 toppings, but they can also be unlimited as well. You can see that all the toppings are set to 0, so they're free at this point in time. But if you'd like to charge for these additional items, you can do so. So for example, you can charge £2 for bacon, £1 for mayonnaise, you can charge for the tomatoes, and so on. So in this example, we're going to go ahead and order some bacon, we're going to order some mushrooms, and we're going to order some onions as well. So you can now see that we've ordered 3 modifiers for our burger. So these are 3 toppings we would like to have with our chicken burger. You can now see on the right hand side we have our chicken burger with bacon, mushrooms and onions. And that's costing us $3.99, and the toppings are set to be free. But again, you can charge for these toppings if you like. We can go ahead and order another burger. So we're going to come in and order the Supreme burger. We're going to have a large, and we're going to select toppings. So we have some lettuce, mushrooms and ketchup in this instance, and we're going to hit add. You can see there we've now got 2 items. We've got our chicken burger with our Supreme burger, both large portions, with our modifiers, in this instance toppings. So we can go ahead and pay. Again, this is going to order our payment screen. So the customer doesn't want a receipt and they want to pay by card. So we're going to go ahead and pay the full amount on card. So they're going to pay £8.24 on their card terminal. We're going to hit pay. That's now been paid. The receipt will print out and you can hit finish. Again, it's going to ask for loyalty points. The customers can redeem loyalty points if they're using. If not, we're just going to hit skip. And that's going to load it back into the main system for you to go ahead and place another order. If you'd like to view previous transactions, so for example, if the customer isn't happy with their item and would like a refund, or have lost their receipt and would like a replacement receipt, on the left hand side, you can see here we've got transactions. So I'm going to go ahead and select transactions. And this is going to load all the transactions that you've had recently. So you can see we've got our orders, we've got any refunds that we've made, as well as we've got any party bookings if you have a venue which allows for party bookings. We've got cash in, cash out. This is your petty cash. And then we've got safe deposits. So this is a record of any cash that you've taken out or you've been skimming your till, for example. So we're going to come into orders. And let's say, for example, a customer comes in and would like a receipt. So we can see a full summary of what they've ordered. And if we scroll down, we can see they paid cash and they paid a total of £142.57. We can come in on the left-hand side and we can select print receipt. Or alternatively, if the customer isn't happy and you would like a refund, again, we can refund these items from this screen as well. So for example, if you want to refund the total amount, on the left-hand side, you can hit refund amount. It's going to come up and ask for staff authorization code. You're going to enter your management code and you can issue a refund. Alternatively, you can refund specific items. So for example, if the customer enjoyed their meal but wasn't happy with the soup that they had, so we can come in and select the soup and we can refund against that specific item. And again, that's only going to refund that one specific item and it's going to ask for the staff authorization code for us to process that refund. So we're going to go ahead and enter the code, submit that, and then that's going to open the cash drawer or refund onto a credit card as well. So you can see we can also go through to our refund page, and on this refund page you can see all the different orders that we've made. So for example, this first one, the order ID was TA20. You can see the date and time it was made, the order type. So in this instance, on the top one, it was a takeaway order, and we refunded £1 on card. So we can go back by hitting the arrow at the top, and this takes us back into the main ordering screen as well. So I'm now going to go ahead and show you how we can process an eat-in order. So this is for a restaurant who have a table setting. So we're going to come in and hit select new order on the top left hand side, and we're going to select eat-in. It's then going to load our restaurant floor plan. So we've got the option of floor 1 or floor 2. So we load floor 2. This could be an upstairs or downstairs or potentially a private room, depending on what floor layout you have at your restaurant or your bar, for example. So we can go ahead and select table number 2. The system now knows table number 2 is occupied and it won't let you sit anybody else there. So we can go ahead and order a range of items against that table and we can hit order. Those food items will now be sent through to the kitchen, either via a kitchen display or a kitchen printer, depending on which option you've opted for your restaurant or for your bar setting. If those customers now want to come in and order some main courses, we can come in into orders. And you can see our eat-in order is sitting there against table number 2. And we've got the option to change that table. So for example, if the customers would like to switch table, we can hit this orange change table button. We've also got 2 buttons on the right hand side. We've got add more or we've got pay. The add more button allows us to go ahead and order more items. So we can order more drinks, starters, main courses, whatever the customers would like. Alternatively, we can hit the blue button, which takes us through to the payment screen. In this instance, the customer would like to order some more drinks, so we're going to hit add more. We've got 4 items there which have already been ordered. We're going to come into the drinks menu here, and we're going to come into whiskey, and we're going to select a couple of different whiskies. You can now see we've got the items which have been ordered and the new items which haven't been ordered. We can go and then order that. Now those drinks have now been sent to the bar to be prepared. And again, we can come back into orders, and we can come back into eat in. You can now see our bill amount has increased to £83.07, and this is because we've added those drinks. Again, we can come in and add more if the customers would like to order some more. Alternatively, if the customer would like the receipt, would like to order their check to pay, we can come into the pay screen, and down at the bottom left hand side, we've got the option to print receipt. So this button here, we can go ahead and print that. That will print a check. We can then deliver that to the customer. We've also got options here. If we look further up, so we've got the total to pay of £83.07. At the moment, we have an extra charge of 10%. So this is a custom tip that's been added to all eat-in customers. We can toggle that on or off. So we turn that off, it's going to reduce the total bill amount. So we're not going to charge that £8.31 tip fee for this customer. We're also going to turn the customer receipt off, and the customer is going to pay by card. Then they're going to pay the full amount of £83.07 by card. You can now see the amount received is the full amount. There's nothing remaining to be paid by the customer, so we can go ahead and finish that transaction. Again, it comes up for loyalty, but we can skip this. So that's just a quick overview of some of our basic ePOS functionality. We also have a wide range of features which I haven't had time to show you today. These include everything from kitchen management and table reservations to driver tracking, delivery management and stock monitoring. We also provide a full reporting suite where you can control and track your whole business. If you'd like to learn more about any of our other features, please give us a call and speak with one of our product gurus. Alternatively, you can go ahead and book a personal demo on our website.